welcome back. Another week, another fun week. This week's plan was to do the windows, but we bought them, but they haven't arrived, and the weather is not the best today. Super windy, and
kind of been on and off raining.
On and off, raining a bit. So instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish the side panels because my little plugs have finally arrived from eBay, and we have a bit of a change of plan. We're not gonna glue all of them because we decided we're not gonna put insulation at the bottom of this bit, because I think even if we manage to get it somewhat watertight, we should leave that empty. It's got drainage holes and stuff like that, so yeah, decided not to put insulation. So the bottom ones we're not going to glue down, but it gives us a peace of mind that we took it all off, we checked all the plugs, we replaced the broken ones with new ones, and yeah, these clips for the relay seem way better than the crafters and so on, so I'm not too worried about it. What we are going to glue though is these ones. So the ones, the main two rear side panels here, they have clips at the top, not just at the bottom. So we are gonna glue all of these top ones. There is one there as well, because obviously we're gonna have insulation up against this wall. So yeah, we're just gonna foil over this, and these ones we're gonna glue. So that's the plan for now, and then we'll figure out some extra jobs to do later.
Yeah, we're gonna have a tidy as well.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a relaxing weekend because it's been pretty full on the past couple of weekends. Also, an update on the fan. We finally had some rain.
A lot of rain,
and everything looks really good, nice and dry. We haven't had any problems, and Cass is enjoying our floor.
Yeah, this is how the
That's finally finished. Yeah, the bed is gonna go here. Cass fits perfectly. I fit only just.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been laying here enjoying the floor. I'm now doing the side panel stuff, and we've got the clips arrived. Another thing I've noticed is these lights. I don't know if you can tell. Some of these. So if you see, there's a rubber seal around the side panel lights, but between the seal and the panel there's actually a small gap that will let water in as well, potentially. So what I'm doing now, I've already done this one, is there are two screws that you can take off, and then if you have a look, I'm just going around with we got this small Butyl tape, and I just stretch it so it's a little bit thinner, and then I go around the frame of the light and then screw it back down, and that creates a nice seal. So I'm just going through that, doing it on all the panels, and then we'll be able to put these back on. Light clip back on, like so, and we got the new rubber seals. In theory, I should just be able to pop them back on. Alright, so quick tip of the day when you're putting these back on. If you remember these egg-shaped ones that you gotta twist that way, you need to make sure that when you're putting them back on, for them to clip in, they need to go in like this way, because you can also put it in, you can put it in this way, and that way it's not going to clip. So you need to make sure it goes that way, and then it will clip in. So you can see how I messed up when I was doing them in the evening. I was putting them in the wrong way around. you want these clips to be facing the other way. For the top ones it doesn't matter, the circle ones, it's just these bottom X shaped ones. You just need to make sure that it goes in like so. Alright, welcome back. We just had lunch. We had a crazy rain / hailstorm, so we all ran in. We managed to fit all the side panels on, and we didn't glue the other ones, but we did glue these ones on the side.
So we've just been for a test drive and the floor was all good, but the back doors are still quite wobbly or noisy. We taped down some of the wires that were in there, so Laz has been wobbling it.
Yeah, trying to figure out what's wiggling. I think it's this top clip. So we're going to try to see if I can fix that, but everything else seems pretty good now.
So we just popped to Wix to buy some wood filler, and we actually bought some of this grip fill. We bought one of these just to smooth these bits out. They're obviously not going to be seen, but we don't want the vinyl sort of dip into these little crannies, so that's what I'm now going to do. Yeah, so I'm going to do this and Laz to go on that side. The weather has been so random.
Yeah, it's been raining on and off, so good job that the windows didn't turn up, because we would have a swimming pool in here, I think.
Raining ice balls.
Yeah, it's really weird, hailing. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with these smaller jobs.
So while I've been filling this, Laz has been fiddling with this, and we've had success.
Yeah, so what's supposed to happen is this clip, I've just noticed, it's meant to go onto there and lock in like that. But instead what was happening is, for some reason, this was sitting lower and it was going in behind it like this. So the door actually wasn't locking properly at the top, it was only locking in the middle into the other door, which made this wiggle more. But basically what you do is, if you undo these 3 screws, you can move this bracket a tiny bit higher. There's like some leeway to adjust this up and down, so that's what we did. We just undone these 3 bolts, pushed it up a tiny bit, and now it closes properly. And if you open and then close again, it locks properly now. So yeah, this should wiggle a lot less. Alright, good morning everyone. It's another day. Yesterday we had a chill day and we got some little bits done. Today is the plan to
Start to block out the layout.
Start to block out some layouts. So we're going to tape things up on the floor, tape up where the battens are,
yeah,
and
so
tape some of the layout out. And we're probably going to use some of our
Got
leftover wood from the side paneling and maybe wash the van. But yeah, we're going to do some layout blocking to get, we blocked out the layout in 3D, but you don't really get a proper sense for the space, so we're going to use some of this leftover wood to block everything out to get a proper feel for the space.
The main thing is we want to figure out where the back windows, so we've got their little, like, I think they're like 72 centimetres long, so we just need to figure out if they're going to go higher or lower.
Yeah.
Based on where we're going to have the bed / like seating area.
You can't really get your head around scale properly in 3D, so that's why we're doing it. It's also going to help us to plan out the wiring before we do the side and the ceiling insulation. We have started planning the wiring and where the lights go in 3D, but it's probably better once we get a real feel for the space. I think it'll be easier to plan it for real. So yeah, we're going to crack on with that and we'll give you an update later on. Whoop. Alright, welcome back. It's post lunch. We've been busy this afternoon. I think we almost finished the van, so come on, let's have a look. Here's the kitchen. Right, go on, Larson. Give us
Come on, welcome to my crib. This is the entrance hallway.
What's over here?
This is the kitchen. So we're going to have the hob here.
Middle seat is going to go away.
Yeah, so we're changing this for a single seat. And then we're doing this as a swivel seat.
Yep.
And then here is going to be the kitchen and the sink. So we're going to have the hob here.
Yep.
So that when we're cooking,
yep,
we can have a view. One, out the window because we're putting a window on the door.
Yeah.
And then two, the sink is going to be here.
Right.
And then
what's
over
going
this
on
side is the breakfast bar.
Oh, so
So
that seat was swiveled,
This
right?
guy swivels round because this guy isn't going to be here. And
Yep.
then this little square here is going to be a seat, but also going to raise this up in line with this. So you're going to be elevated slightly.
So this whole area here is going to be elevated, and then we'll probably have like storage underneath, and then seat on there.
And then you're going to have a seat here which is going to have a heater underneath it.
Yep.
So you're going to have a sit here, and then we're going to have a table on one of the lagoon table legs to
Yep.
swivel.
Yep.
Wherever you want it.
This is basically workstation number 1 / breakfast or food bar.
We're also going to have a window here.
Yep.
So then, come with me.
I'm coming.
So the fan makes sense here because we're going to have the cooking station here
Yep.
if the door is shut, and then this guy is the shower. So
Right.
we're going to have this side blocked off. This is going to be the opening. So you come in the shower here.
Yeah.
Here is going to be the toilet where you do your duties.
Yep.
Here is going to be the shower where I wash my hair.
Yep.
Then you come out of the shower and you can wash your hands after you do a poo and stuff.
Yep. And brush your teeth
and brush your
whatever.
teeth and stuff. And then here is going to be our multi-purpose area.
Countertop is gonna keep going.
Yeah, so it's going to come up to where the bed ends, and then we obviously under the storage we can have whatever we decide.
Yeah.
We're going to have a pull-out. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
just drying the shower. We literally just taped these up
Yeah.
temporarily. Yep.
We're going to have a pull-out fridge, I think, one of the
Yep.
box ones.
Yeah, either one of the the chest style ones, or we haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
But most likely we'll go with the chest
Yeah,
one.
so
under
this is
there.
going to be elongated here. And then this side, where we've got this space between the bed ending and the shower, we're going to have almost like half a pantry and half a long closet. And then the bottom half is going to be cut off a little bit because of the wheel. But that's fine, we can just have 2 smaller boxes.
And then what's going on? Yeah.
Well, and also in the meantime, we're going to have cupboards starting from here all the way along. We might do split height. We haven't 100% figured that out.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a small cupboard above the breakfast area as well. But just a smaller one. Oh my goodness.
Cass is destroying a van already.
So then we move into the bedroom / dining area. So we decided to go for a dinette style one.
So basically we're going to have 2 benches here, which we kind of start blocking out. We don't have enough wood to block out on the other side, and we don't really need it. And then in the middle you'll have a table, and obviously it turns into the bed.
Yeah, so it'll lower down, and then you obviously pull your cushions out. Ta-da, you can lay down. The main purpose of us building this was to get 1, the height of the cupboards, which we're going to do next, and then 2, where we want the window to be. Yeah,
Nice.
and to get a feel for whether we want this, and whether we want a little box at the end, or whether we want a run through.
We haven't decided. Well, we kind of decided if to keep this bit open so you can go in and out of the van, or some people have a little box at the end where an extra person can sit, or well, it would have to come out more to turn it into a seating, or you can have extra storage from the back underneath.
Thing is, obviously our table is going to be the platform for the bed, so my only concern was you're going to have a 135 centimetre table, which is a long piece of wood to have to manoeuvre around, whereas if you had it like as a metre, so that box could maybe be 35 centimetres, you could then move it around and it would be a lot easier to, you know, move and swivel and whatever.
And another reason why we built is to figure out how high we need it, with some kind of, the mattress will obviously go on top, but yeah, if you sit on it with some pillows, your feet should still be able to touch. That's where things are at. It's really good because it really helped us to get a feel for the space and deciding how far we wanted the kitchen to extend over the door. We originally had it go further, but then when you're actually walking around and you just put something up to get a feel for the space, you realise that was a bit too tight. Yeah, so it's a fun exercise, you know, just to, even if you're doing 3D, like I said, I think it's still a good idea just to put something, some cheap wood up, just get a rough feel for the space and move things around. And
well, yeah, because all of this wood was leftovers from the floor, and the buttons were from our workshop that we built.
Yeah,
in the shed. So
yeah, so we didn't really go and buy.
And obviously this ply was what was in the van, so we had limited of this to use. But I think it's just good because then if there's anything you want to then change, you can, rather than building the whole thing and then going, oh, poop.
Yeah. So next this also helps to figure out where you're gonna want your electrics, like lights and sockets and so on. So we're gonna go ahead and mark those out now with blue tape on the walls and stuff, where we're gonna want sockets, where we're gonna want lights. We already blocked some of the lights out in 3D, so now we're just gonna plan that a bit further, and then we are ready to move on to the insulation and stuff like that.
And also, it's really exciting building it because you can see it come together more.
Yeah, you
obviously
can get
none
a feel
of this
for the
is
space.
final, but it brings you, you know, it gets you excited.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun. Alright, catch you guys in a bit.
And that's it for this week, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and join us next week where we install all 4 of our windows. We did have a pretty back-to-back day on the Saturday, but we're so glad we got it done all in one day, as it looks really, really cool. Again, thanks so much for watching, and see you next week. I'm cold.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning!
Boss.